we knew there was no way we could give her a chance to take a shot that close to the rim. Or get a foul for that matter and go hit a free throw. So, our team.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
Get a charge, and realizing how many times we've done that in the gym. As we jump, stop, and go up, it's not always the fun, fancy-looking, layup. I just felt in that whole game that there were moments like that, not just the end, but there were moments where our kids battled through that I didn't see a week ago against Wabash. So, just thrilled for the growth in the last 2 weeks.
Lisa, you talk about Macy just going to the basket. There was never any hesitation when as soon as she got that tipped ball. Some kids, freshmen, sophomores, some kids defer once in a while to the seniors. Where are the seniors? How can I pass the ball? Macy never once looked to pass. She got the ball, and it looked like to me her eyes were set on the basket. Amen.
And kudos to her, because it's time. And her and I talk a lot about her confidence, her own athletic ability, and her own God-given talents that I think that she needs to fully utilize. And quit doubting yourself. Yeah. And you're right. That's a great pickup that she grabbed the ball and just went with authority. She knew she had 7 seconds or less now, and she needed to score. Yeah. And I was praying, Lord, let's get through this, because I thought we go to overtime. I don't know how much more we had in our tank, to be honest.
Well, our big 2 had a couple or 4 fouls. Their big 2 had 4 fouls. Lisa, we might still be playing if we'd have went to overtime.
Oh my gosh, it would have been who wants to score first, I think, at that point, and we're just so evenly matched with them, and those kids, bless their hearts, I felt bad for them, and there's always going to be a winner and a loser, and we've been on the other end. Oh, sure. And I know exactly how that feels. Yeah. And it's not fun, and especially when you've played hard the entire game, and I think both teams did that. Yeah. So I just think they're very, very evenly matched.
Well, because that was a Friday Geiger doubleheader, you had Saturday off to get ready for Taylor. Had yesterday to get ready for Taylor. How were the 2 days of practice?
They were pretty good. We took a light day on Saturday. We have kids that were sick, that fought through, and Emma's not playing tonight because she was really sick on Friday and fought through that game. And so, we tried to also, we had a lot of people that were injured. A lot of bumps and bruises and all that from the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks have been brutal. Sure. So I just think, with the competition that we had, and it was time to relax. So we did have practice on Saturday. We just kind of made it a light day, not necessarily a fun day, but kind of a light day. Let's get a lot of shooting, a lot of fundamentals and things up. And then on Monday, yesterday, we had a full practice. I mean, we did have 2-hour practice, but we also took an hour for study table too, trying to get ready for finals. But it was a good practice in the 2 hours, and I think getting through a lot of things that we're trying to still clean up. I'm feeling a little better that, now I'm saying things and they know what they mean. Hallelujah.
15 games in.
Yeah, it's like, okay, what are we running? And they're like, oh, and they spout it off. Okay, well, do you know what that is? And they know what it is. So, we're finally to the point. I mean, we're not perfect. There's still areas we need to improve on. And tonight, I think, is going to be really a test of battling through after 2 hard weeks. And we need to not have a slow start. We need to start out and we need to dominate from the tip. And I've talked to them about being respectful, but we need to take it to them, and we need to be ready to compete. And that's always a fine line. You hate that. And I know Coach Oliver, he's a great friend of mine. I've known him for a long time. We've coached together a long time, both of us being from the Kokomo area. So, there's that respect for me, that just from a personal note, that I want to be mutually respectful to him and his crew. But we're going to play hard, and we're going to get out and defend, and we're going to put pressure on them.
Lisa, one thing that scares me to death, and it doesn't matter who we're playing, it doesn't matter what they're putting on the floor, 1-12 or 1-13 scares me to death, because you know as well as I do, if we know it's 1 and whatever, so do the girls.
Yeah, they do. But our girls, I think, we don't let up on that. I mean, we still have, a 4-page, 3-page scouting report on them. We still had 30, 40 clips on them. We don't make it look lightly for anybody. And I think, that's something I learned a long time ago, that you prepare for whoever it is, no matter what. And if you take them lightly, the kids are going to take them lightly. So we try real hard as a staff not to take anybody lightly. I wouldn't want somebody taking us lightly. I think that would be very disrespectful.
Yeah, sure.
So, we're preparing. And to me, this is like preparing for a sectional week, really. When you look at last week, this could be the 3rd game of the sectional week. And I'm trying to, prepare them in that way. So I think they're ready. I think that they're there, and they understand that. We also want to get some other kids. Hopefully it's a positive night, and we can get some other kids some opportunities.
So would I be safe to say that maybe Kinsey McKee tonight could be the X factor?
She really will be an X factor for us, because Emma's not playing. Yeah. And so, now granted, they're 5 guards. They really have, their tallest post is 5'10". So they're really like 5 guards. Or 5 wing players, if you will. So, Kinsey's also, it's an opportunity for her to come out and really guard somebody, too, on the wing, as well as Kennedy, And we're going to go with 1 post and 4 guards. A special shout-out, if you will, Maddie Shively.
Absolutely.
Maddie Shively will be playing tonight, and that's a personal thing for me. When I first came in, and I know Maddie had played for Coach Stasiak for 3 years, and it started and done a lot for us, and just a great kid. She's been like an assistant coach, to our staff as a manager. And I told her about a week or 2 ago, I just asked her, I said, hey, you want to play before you go? Before you graduate. And she's like, oh, yeah, are you serious? I'm like, well, do you have a physical? So we're running around trying to make sure we had everything done for her. But it's an opportunity for us just to thank her for what she's done for our program, even long before I got here. But what she's just done personally for me since I've been here has been outstanding. So Maddie's going to start in place of Emma tonight.
Okay. Before we get to the other 4, let's talk about the keys to a win.
Keys to win. We have to put ball pressure on them. We have to go after them, and our defense has to be key for us, and the intensity. I'm going to make us play man as much as possible, because I don't want us to get stagnant in the zone.
Sure.
And I need us to be aggressive no matter what. Then offensively, I want to push the ball more. I want to attack the rim and push the ball more, and make it more of a fast-paced game where we're more productive and we're more efficient with the ball. And then in the half court, we're just, we need to value the ball, and we need to make sure that our play efficiency starts to increase, because we're trying to figure out what is it that we really can run in the half court.
Okay. 5 starters.
5 starters. Mo, Macy, Karina, Maddie, and Kennedy.
Okay. Lisa, thanks for your time. Good luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
Lady Zebra head coach Lisa Pfluger back with more of the pregame show after this, 92.1 WROI.
Over the past few years, RTC TV4 has produced over 1,800 local videos about you, your family, your friends, your neighbors. Now all of these videos are available at the click of a mouse on our website, rtc4.com. Log on today to see all of our great coverage of sporting events, school programs, public meetings, and more. RTC TV4 and rtc4.com. See for yourself. Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
A freshman number 23, Ashlyn Kropczynski.
Welcome back to Rochester High School. Time now for the starting lineups. First for the 2-12 Taylor Lady Titans. At one guard will be a 5'4" sophomore, Allison Pemberton. At the second guard, a 5'10" senior, Shayla Eliason. At another guard, a 5'7" sophomore, Austin Huffer. At the third guard, a 5'9" freshman, Ashlyn Kropczynski. And at the fifth guard will be a 5'5" senior, Lainey Butson. Taylor coached by Mr. Tony Oliver. For the Rochester Lady Zebras, they have a record of 10-4. At one guard will be a 5'7" sophomore, Macy Brown. The second guard, a 5'5" senior, Maddie Shively. The third guard, a 5'6" senior, Morgan Ruff. The fourth guard, a 5'7" junior, Karina Peterson. And the one forward, a 6'2" senior, Kennedy Musselman. Rochester coached by Lisa Pfluger. Well, I know what the clock says. I know what the calendar says. But it sure does feel like a 10 a.m. Saturday game to me.
Yeah, not the crowd we had at North Miami on Friday night, but they're still filing in. And remember, the JV guys are playing in the auxiliary gym.
Yep. And there is no JV girls tonight.
Right, so I'm suspecting there's going to be a large crowd in here when the guys tip off later.
So Rochester in their home whites and Taylor in their road blacks. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. First of two tonight on WROI.
Yeah, the Lady Zebras will kick off the action tonight against the Lady Titans, and following the boys varsity then will take on the Titans as well. The Rochester boys at 3-3, Taylor coming in at 1-5, and that should be a really good matchup in itself, as Rochester also coming off a good win on Friday. So we're lined up in the middle of the floor here as Kennedy Musselman will jump against Shaleia Eliason. And the tip is up and controlled by the Titans. And Kropczynski brings it quickly out front to Pemberton. Pemberton over to Huffer as they work the ball around top of the key. The Lady Zebras in a man-to-man. Pemberton works down in the corner to Kropczynski, back out front as the Lady Titans being patient, working around. The shot from outside by Kropczynski is no good, and Ruff with the ball now for the Lady Zebras as she comes quickly back down the other side, down low to Kenny Musselman, who's triple teamed. She gets a shot up off the glass, and it's good. And the Lady Zebras start with a bucket early, and the Titans quickly back up the floor as they press the ball up, and Kropczynski gets the shot to go off the glass, and we're tied at 2.
A minute gone here in the first quarter. We're tied at 2 at Rochester. Rochester breaks the press. Brown high on the right side inside the arc. The right elbow throws up a 10-footer. It's short. Rebound fought for, and Shively going to come over the back and get whistled for the foul.
Fouls on Zebras number 22, Shively.
A minute gone here in the first quarter. We're tied at 2. And Rochester in a full court press, as Eliason will look triggered in for Taylor. Eliason gets into Pemberton, brings it up the floor, outside to Huffer. Huffer against Musselman, takes it to the left baseline, outside to Pemberton, now top of the key to Huffer. Back to Kropczynski. Now to Pemberton, drives the baseline. Jumper over Musselman's partially blocked, picked up by Ruff. Mo runs to our left. We're tied at 2. Ooh, Ruff might have gotten away with a carry. Ruff will go all the way to the basket. Her layup is partially blocked. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Taylor, and it'll stay with Rochester baseline right. First of 2 tonight on WROI.
Neither team having any issue with the full court pressures. Both teams have been able to dribble through it.
Brown looks to get it in. Macy over the top to Shively. Shively in the backcourt will bring it up the floor now for Rochester. Gives off to Mo at the Taylor free throw line. Yep. Now Mo across the timeline through the center circle. 2-3 zone by Taylor. High on the left side to Peterson. Now in the corner to Shively. Shively with the basketball back to Peterson. Swings top of the key to Mo. Mo, 3 straight away for the Zebras. Short. And weak side rebound. Macy Brown gave great chase. Just ran out of court. 6:10 to play. First quarter. Tied at 2. Full court press by the Lady Zebras. Huffer against the inbounds pass from Eliason. She gets it back and she'll bring it up. Cut off by Macy Brown. Now to Huffer on the near side. She crosses the timeline right just before the 10-second count and loses the ball. Picked up by Rochester. Macy Brown, middle of the floor, now works to the right wing behind the arc. Sets up the offense for Rochester. Gives to Mo now on the right side. Back to Macy. 3-ball the way for the Lady Zebras. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, fault for Kennedy, comes out over with it. Back up for the senior, no good. And Taylor with the rebound. Eliason runs, being chased by Macy Brown. Eliason holds up, crosses the timeline. Left side to Chopchinski. Her jumper is on the way, no good. Ruff with the rebound. Mo rips and runs for Rochester. Middle of the floor. Now hesitates between the rings. Left side to Shively. Maddie drives the left baseline, cut off by the defense. Outside to Mo on the left wing. Morgan with the basketball, top of the key, now to Brown. We're tied at 2 with 5:20 to play in the first quarter. Macy dribbles away from the defense, now high on the right side near the sideline, now to Ruff between the rings. Lob pass to Musselman at the free throw line. Kennedy gives to Shively. Back to Brown. Around the horn to Mo. Long three for the Lady Zebras is short, and the rebound to Taylor. And then the ball is going to be thrown out of bounds. Last touched by the Titans. Butson, and it's going to stay with Rochester right in front of the Rochester bench.
Missing Dahlquist's energy.
You're right.
It seems a little slow, a little
She's
muted.
missing her energy.
Yeah, you're right.
Shively to Mo. Mo around the defense on the right wing. Lob pass down low to Madison on the block. Maddie dribbles away from trouble in the corner, and now out to Mo. Mo behind the arc. Now inside the arc, now in the corner. Gives to Macy Brown behind the three-point line on the right side.
Giving Brown a lot of room.
Out to Mo. 3, right baseline, no good. And long rebound to Pemberton and Taylor. Pemberton drives into the basket. He shows up a tough shot, no good. Rebound, fall forward. Taylor comes out of there with it. Huffer, right wing pass to Pemberton. Pemberton holds for Taylor. Looks on the baseline to Butson, can't get it to her. Now gives it outside to Huffer. Back to Chopchinski. Her long three is off the back of the rim, no good. Pemberton makes that Peterson, I beg your pardon, gets the rebound and gives to Mo. A lot of action, 0 points.
You're right, yeah. Well, both Brown and Ruff, as Brown fires up a long 2.
And Peterson's going to be whistled for climbing the back of Taylor, and it's going to go back to the Titans.
Brown and Ruff both have had open looks from 3. They've taken a couple each, and neither one's been successful.
So Maddie Shively sits down, and coming in is Kinsey McKee for the first time tonight. 2-2. Taylor with the basketball. Budzinski around the defense, goes to the basket, throws up a tough shot, gets a rebound back, puts it back up, no good, but a foul coming on McKee. And Morgan Ruff disrupted that first shot, but Rochester couldn't grab the rebound.
Yeah, Rochester not doing a very good job here early on of getting in position. They're just kind of standing around watching the ball fly back and forth.
So Laney Butson at the line to shoot 2 for the Titans. The first one of the way is good, and they lead now 3-2. 3:54 to play in the first quarter. One more coming for Taylor. Butson, the 5'5 senior, eyes the second and lets her fly. Off the back of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Chopchinski. Outside of Pemberton. Butson, 3, left wing, good. Ouch, a 4-point swing on that.
Butson with all 4 of those points.
Somebody forgot to block her out, and she got an easy rebound. Peterson, now to Mo, near the timeline, walks it to the center circle. 2-3 zone by Taylor, 3.5 to play in the first quarter. Taylor up 6-2. Musselman to Mo, back to Kennedy. 3, left wing for the Lady Zebras. Good, nothing but net. And Rochester cuts the Titan lead to 1.
Musselman with all 5 of Rochester points.
Chachemsky up top to Eliason. Now to Butson. In the corner to Pemberton. Long 3 for Taylor's off the top of the backboard. No good. Kennedy grabs the board, gives to Mo. Rochester runs to our left, down by 1. Mo hesitates, now accelerates, goes to the basket, kicks the ball out of bounds. It's going to go back to Taylor. 3:04 to play first quarter. Taylor up 6-5, and Coach Pfluger has called off the press.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
We haven't been really real effective with it.
Huffer, hold to Chopchinski. Nope, that's to Eliason. She gets it across to Chopchinski, back to Eliason. Into the paint, jump pass in the corner to Pemberton. 15-footer baseline, no good. Offensive rebound, she climbed the back of Peterson, no good. And the 3-ball by Buffer is good. Huffer connects for 3, and now Titan is up by 4 again. Here comes a little pressure in the backcourt by Taylor. Peterson is going to be tied up, and it's going to go to stay with Rochester. We can't get on the sideline and just hold the ball there.
You're right. That's exactly what the trap is supposed to do, is force you to the sideline.
Sierra Weathers comes in for the first time, and Peterson to sit. 2:34 to play in the first quarter. Taylor by 4 at 9-5. Mo will look to get it in. Mo will cross the timeline, I should say, against a 2-3 zone. Left side to Weathers. Now in the corner to McKee. Back to Weathers in the left wing. Top to Moe. Right side to Brown. Back to McKee. Back to Brown. Top to Moe with 2:20. McKee in the paint. Dump pass to Musselman. Kennedy rises up and is good. Kennedy's got all 7. It's 9-7. Chopchinski outside of Pemberton. Bounce pass to Butson. Butson right side to Eliason. And now to Butson. Kicks it out to Chopchinski. Now in the corner to Pemberton. Pemberton drives the baseline, dribbles away from the defense, and Moe is going to be tied up with her feet, and she's going to commit the foul.
Ruff will pick up the first, team fourth.
Taylor baseline left, gets it into Chopchinski. Near side to Butson, 3 over Brown. Good.
And Butskin's starting to feel it. That's her second 3 of the ball game.
12-7. With 100 seconds to play in the first quarter, Taylor with the lead. Rochester the basketball. Moe across the timeline against the trap. High on the right side, around the defense. Dump down to Musselman. Kennedy, leaner on the way, high for the glass is good. And it's 12-9, 90 seconds to play in the first quarter. Taylor with the basketball. Over the top to Pemberton. Chopchinski, 3, left wing, nope. And Moe with the rebound. Morgan rips and runs, right side of the floor. Against a double team. And has her pass tipped out of bounds by Taylor on the far side. It will stay with Rochester in front of the student body.
40.
Delgado comes into the game for Taylor. Weathers out to Brown. Macy to Moe. 1:10 to play in the first quarter. Taylor up by 3 at 12-9. Macy on the right wing, inside the three-point line, down low to Kennedy. Backs away in, throws up a shot. Kennedy's good again. Kennedy's got 11 points. It's 12-11. Taylor. Chachimski, near side to Butson. Another 3, this one over McKee. Good again! Might want to get somebody in her face. 4-point lead now for Taylor as the first quarter coming to an end.
She's got 10 of their 15.
Musselman to Weathers. Weathers gets away with the travel, gives to McKee. Layup left side of the floor is good. Good look by Sierra Weathers. Nice finish by McKee. It's 15-13 Taylor. 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Chopchinski fakes the 3, gives to Butson. She goes to the basket. It's going to be fouled on the way there on the reach-in. We'll wait to see who that's going to be whistled against.
It's going to be on Weathers, her first.
Baseline left for the Titans. Chachimski, left side to Pemberton. Pemberton drives the baseline, cut off by the double team. Now to the wing, now to Butson with 17. Butson near side to Huffer. Now in the corner to Delgado with 12. Back to Pemberton, she can't dribble. And she passes up to Delgado on the 6. And now Macy Brown's going to pick up the foul with 5 seconds to play in the first quarter. It's going to be out of bounds. To Titans, baseline right, as Huffer will just get it in.
First on Brown's 6th team foul, so the Lady Zebras are going to be in the, or Titans are going to be in the bonus.
Huffer looks over the top. Chopchinski misses it. Picked up by Musselman. Gives to Moe. Half quarter to buzzer on the way is no good. After 1, Taylor leads 15-13. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
Slow download, constant buffering, Wi-Fi dead zone? Let RTC help. The customer support team at RTC Communications is here to help you with your internet connectivity.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, one of the support team members here at RTC. For a small fee, RTC offers a Wi-Fi health check where we will evaluate your in-home Wi-Fi network and assist you with common issues. See what RTC can do for you. Give us a call today.
Butson show is Lanie Butson for Taylor with 10 points on 3 3-pointers in that first quarter. Kennedy Musselman with 11 of the Rochester Lady Z's 13.
Jenny Isbell checks into the game for the first time for Rochester. A lot of pressure in the backcourt, and Taylor just does get it in before the 5-second count to Pemberton. Pemberton against Moe, takes her to the right wing. Nice job by Moe, cutting her off on the drive. Now out to Huffer against Musselman at the volleyball line between the rings. Rochester now, I believe, running
a man-to-man.
Jumper on the way is no good. Nice defense by Macy Brown, stood her ground, and Huffer ran into her. Then the shot was rebounded by Ruff. Backdoor to Musselman. Kennedy, one dribble, foul on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Kind of hard to tell who that was for. Musselman was dropping down from the free throw line. Isabel was coming in from the corner. Isabel ended up against the wall as Musselman grabbed the ball.
And I don't think Kennedy moved. So Kennedy at the line to shoot 2 for Rochester, trailing by 2.
Not sure Kennedy even knew she was even there.
First one for the senior is good. One more coming for the senior, looking to tie this one up at 15 with 30 seconds gone in the second quarter. Kennedy ready, fires the second one. Nope. Rebound to Butson. Ahead to Huffer. Huffer across the timeline right in front of the Rochester bench in the corner to Pemberton. Pemberton back to Huffer, thought about a 3, passed it up. Gives down low, kicks it out to Pemberton, now to Huffer. Now down low to Elison, to Butson. Jumper over the defense, no good. Isbell grabs the board one-handed, now gives to Moe. Ruff runs, right side of the floor, now middle of the floor for Rochester. Slows up at the free throw line, wrap around pass to Isbell. Now back to Ruff. Loses the basketball in the backcourt, and Weathers picks it up. Crosses the timeline now in front of the scorer's table and gives back to Moe in the center circle. 15-14 Taylor. Minute gone in the second quarter. Ruff, top of the key, works around the defense. Inside the paint. Outside of Brown. 3, right baseline, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, fought forward. Butson comes out of the whip for Taylor. Now ahead of Pemberton. Pemberton on the right wing. Cut off the defense to Butson. Wide open 3, right side, in and out, no good. And the offensive rebound to Pemberton. She loses it in the hands of Isbell, now to Moe. Ruff runs for Rochester. We're down by 1 with 6.5 to play in the first half. And now Moe will back it out and reset for Rochester against the 2-3 zone. Moe, that is, to Brown. Macy stands with the basketball behind the arc on the right side, back to Morgan. Now to Macy Brown. Yep, you got to take that. That one's short. Yeah. And the rebound to Huffer. Huffer will go coast to coast. Her right-handed layup is good. Timeout. Rochester, it's a 60. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Right. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. I'm Bill McSpadden, pastor at Liberty Baptist Church, and I invite you to come and learn more about God's gift of eternal life. If you have questions about your eternity, feel free to call us, or you can join us on RTC Channel 4 for our program on Sunday morning at 8 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. I hope you'll receive God's gift of eternal life. Have a Merry Christmas.
Rochester timeout. It will be Lady Zebra basketball underneath the Taylor basket going to our left. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. First to 2 tonight on WROI as Taylor now will walk up in a full court press. 1-2-2-1. Oh. Half court trap. Moe across to Weathers. Weathers back to Moe on the right wing. High on the right side, now walks it to the middle of the floor to volleyball line between the circles. Now gets a screen from Musselman, works it right side. In the corner to Brown. Macy holds with the basketball. Back to Ruff on the right wing.
Musselman double-teamed and possibly triple-teamed if they actually get the ball to her.
Moe drives it right hard, goes to the basket, fouled on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. We have to have a little bit more sense of urgency on that screen and roll.
Yeah.
It's not a walk in the park. Let's screen it and let's roll hard.
Delgado gets her first, team second for Taylor.
Moe at the line, 4-2. First one for the senior, Yepper. One more coming for Morgan Ruff. Taylor leads by 2 with 5:40 to play in the first half.
Well, you can definitely tell Ruff is hurting because she's not, diving on the floor and charging like she usually does.
Isbell grabs the basketball, then as she's falling out of bounds.
Morgan goes diving just after.
On cue.
Yeah, exactly.
So 17-15 Taylor. 5.5 to play in the first half, and the Titans with the basketball going to our right. Pemberton, left side to Huffer. Back to Pemberton, left wing. Drives it left against Ruff to Huffer. Huffer inside the arc. Outside to Eliason. Her three over Musselman's no good. Good block out by Weathers, grabs the board, and we're going to have a foul coming on Chopchinski. Good block out by Sierra Weathers.
Yeah, that'll be the first on Kropczynski. Third for the team.
Taylor in a full court press now. Brown will look to trigger it in on the baseline, and now Coach Oliver is called off the press, and Mo will walk it up. 5:20 to play in the first half. Rochester down by 2, and they've got the basketball. Mo through the center circle. To Macy on the left wing. Bounce pass to Mo at the free throw line. Mo drives around the defense on the baseline. Kicks it to Isbell. 10-footer left side's no good. Rebound fought for, and they're going to say last touched as, yeah, great job by Morgan Ruff. Come flying in out of nowhere and banged it off the leg of Taylor. And it stays with Rochester baseline right. Back into the game is McKee for Rochester, and Isbell sits. Macy Brown, baseline right, looks to get it in. Macy gets it into Kennedy. Backs her win against a triple team. Throws up a tough shot, no good. Rebound fought for, and Taylor comes out of there with it. And the ball passed ahead is knocked out of bounds by Ruff. And it'll stay with Taylor right in front of the Rochester bench going to our right. Taylor leading 17-15. Pemberton, Huffer, three, right wing, no good. Rebound offensively, Chopchinski kicks it out to Eliason. Her jumper at the free throw line short. Gets her own rebound. Out to Butson. Chopchinski. Now top to Buffer. Right side to Pemberton. Three, wide open, right wing, no good. Musselman finally grabs the board. Hands off to Mo. Morgan runs, down by 2. Middle of the floor, hesitates, goes to the basket. Fouled on the way there. And it'll be out of bounds to Rochester under the basket baseline left with 4:24 to play in the first half. Taylor up by 2 at 17-15.
Pemberton picks up her first.
Brown baseline left will look to get it in. Right there, right. Give it. Looks to get it in. Does so to a wide open Mo. 3, left baseline. No good. And the long board to Taylor. And the ball is knocked away, and Weathers will grab it before it goes out of bounds and give to Morgan. Ruff with the basketball. Across the timeline right. Now hesitates at the volleyball line against the man-to-man defense. Lob pass to Musselman. Jumper from the right elbow. Good! And we're tied at 17. Quickly up the court, Chopchinski. Top of the key to Eliason. Left side of Pemberton. Rochester looks like in a box and one. Maybe they're just face guarding. And the rebound is knocked out of bounds by Macy Brown. It'll stay with Taylor baseline right. And Taylor will bring Tucker in for the first time for Taylor. And coming out is Chopchinski. Baseline right as Huffer. She'll look to get it in with 3:48 to play in the first half. Tied at 17. Pemberton, baseline, outside to Tucker. 3, right wing, in and out, no good. Ruff grabs the board. And now Ruff is going to be fouled 70 feet away from the basket by Eliason with 3:39 to play in the first half.
That's the second on Eliason, team 5th.
Good to see Christina Hughes back.
Yeah.
Rochester.
Take your word for it, I didn't see her. But
17-17 here midway through the first half. I should say midway through the second quarter. Ruff in the left wing. Backdoor to Musselman. Kennedy rises up, found on the shot. She'll go back to the line to shoot 2. You know, we're that close. We got to finish that. Peterson will come back in for Rochester after the first free throw by Kennedy.
Fouls on Butsnett, her first.
3:25 to play in the first half. We're tied at 17. Kennedy with 2. First one is good, and she'll have one more. Chopchinski back in. Eliason comes out. Peterson back in. Weathers comes out. Maya Musselman comes into the game for the first time, and McKee comes out. Kennedy with one more, looking to push this lead to 2. Senior eyes it, flies it. Nope. Defensive rebound. Chopchinski brings it up for Taylor across the timeline. High left side to Bunsen. In the corner to Pemberton. Pemberton, 18-footer left side, way off the mark, no good. Morrow rips a rebound and runs. Ruff, right side of the floor, takes Pemberton to the right wing, throws up a shot. She's fouled on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Rochester up 18-17 with 3:07 to play in the first half, and Mo back to the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Zebras.
Pemberton picks up her second.
Line shooting 2, Ruff.
Mo with 2. First one for the Zebras. No good. In for the first time tonight is Lindsey Butson, and Pemberton comes out for Taylor. Mo with 1 more. 3:07 to play in the first half. Morgan's second one. Good this time. 19-17 Rochester. Huffer runs the point against the outside. The ball's tipped away by Peterson, and it will stay with Taylor on the far sideline. I'm not sure. You're going to tell me what the defense we're in here.
Well, I thought it was a 2-3 zone. Might be a 2-1-2. Could be a box and 1 because somebody's on.
I think it's a man.
Did they switch again?
Nice job by Kennedy Musselman knocking the pass out of bounds because Huffer went right around Maya. It'll stay with Taylor right in front of the Rochester bench.
Well,
Huffer gets the inbound
whatever
pass.
we do, I imagine somebody's going to be face guarding Butson.
Butson, Lindsay gives to her sister, and her ball is knocked out of bounds by Rochester. It'll stay baseline left to Taylor. Laney Butson is the other Butson on the floor. She's the one that scored so many points in the first half. She stepped over the inline. Did the inbounder. Tucker around the horn. Back in the corner to Butson. Her shot partially blocked. Mo picks up the rebound and is fouled by Tucker. And Mo will walk to the other end to shoot one of the bonus. Were we or were we not at 16 fouls in the first quarter, Rochester? We had 6. And we're still at 6.
We're still at 6.
Fantastic.
I've got Morgan Ruff with 8 rebounds in this first half.
Mo's first one, good. Rochester now up by 3, which I believe is their biggest lead of the night.
It is.
Charlie Pocock will come back into the game, or come into the game for the first time, and Peterson to sit. 2:27 to play in the first half. Rochester up 20-17, and Morgan Ruff for the Zebras at the line for 1 more. Mo flies the second one. No good. Rebound to Taylor. Huffer brings it up the floor. Now in the corner to Butson. Butson cut off by the double team. Musselman just rips it away from her. And now gives to Ruff. Morgan up the middle of the floor. Hesitates. Now kicks it out to Pocock. Back to Mo on the baseline. Mo jump pass to Macy Brown. She loses the handle. Picked up by Taylor. Now to Butson. Laney Butson across the timeline left. She loses in the backcourt. It's going to be a turnover. Yep. Over and back whistled against Taylor. Rochester going to get it back. Eliason and Pemberton back in. Lindsey Butson comes out. I didn't see the other number. Apologize. Minute 55 to play in the first half. Rochester by 3. Taylor in a 2-3 zone. Musselman at the free throw line. Turnaround jumper on the way is short. And the rebound to Taylor. Butson with the basketball. And she rips and runs up the floor to Huffer. To wide open Eliason. Her shot no good. Rebound tipped around. Kennedy comes out of there with it. Nice job by Maya keeping that alive. Now to Morgan. 90 seconds to play, first half. Rochester by 3. Macy Brown drives, throws up a shot. No good. Rebound tipped around. Taylor comes out of there with it. And Charlie Pocock steals it. Gives to Musselman. Left-handed layup is good. Great individual effort by Charlie Pocock, and then Mo just about steals it. Butson has it. How's on the right side. Butson, left side of Pemberton. Down to minute 15 to play in the first half. Chopchinski over Musselman, no good. Rebound, fall for. Taylor comes out of there with it. We're going to have a tie-up between Pemberton and Brown, and Rochester going to get possession. A minute 8 to play in the first half. Rochester up by 5 at 22-17. And Mo will bring it up. She'll walk it up. She'll walk it through the center circle, cross the timeline against the 2-3 zone at the top of the three-point line. Under a minute to play in the first half. Macy Brown in the right corner. Macy gives back to Ruff on the right wing. Back to Macy. 3 ball. Yep. Right baseline. Good. Good for her. Rochester now up by 8 at 25-17. Chopchinski against Musselman. Back to Pemberton, high on the left side. Pemberton against Ruff. Switches directions, goes back to the left. Kicks it out in the corner to Huffer. Now top to Eliason. Eliason against Ruff, takes her left, goes to the basket. Kennedy blocks the shot, but I believe she got some arm as well, and that's going to send Eliason to the line to shoot 2 for Taylor with 28.5 to play in the first half.
First on Musselman, team 7th.
So Claire Bright will come in for the first time tonight for Rochester after this free throw by Eliason. This is no good. So Bright in, Kennedy out. Kennedy's had a decent half.
Yeah. 17.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, 17.
Second one is good. And Delgado comes back in for Taylor. 25-18 Rochester with 25 seconds to play in the first half. Mo walks it across the timeline. Gets a pick from Maya, works to the right wing. Mo goes to the basket, throws up a tough shot, too hard, picked up by Butson, and then she travels. Nice job, Charlie Pocock. Charlie Pocock forced that travel, and Rochester going to keep possession, baseline left. 14.7 to play in the first half. Brown, baseline left, looks to get it in. Over the top to Morgan. Morgan in the paint. Leaner on the way. No good, but a foul coming on Taylor, and that's going to send Morgan to the line to shoot 2.
The foul's going to be on Krupczynski, her second.
At the line, shooting 2, Ruff.
Ruff, 3 of 6 from the line in this quarter.
Mo flies the first one. Nothing but net. She'll have one more. Looking to push this lead to 9, which would be the biggest of the evening, with 11.5 seconds to play in the first quarter. Second one for the senior. Nope. And the rebound to Taylor. Delgado over the top to Butson. Butson with 6. Butson yet to cross the timeline. Finally does to Huffer with 3. Wide open down low to Chopczynski. Her jumper is good at the buzzer. At halftime, Rochester leads 26-20. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we can help you remodel your home, consolidate debt, or even provide some spending cash for you with our home equity line of credit.
Our standard home equity line of credit allows borrowers to draw funds for up to 10 years and comes with no closing costs for qualified customers.
Take advantage of this great opportunity. Contact one of our experienced mortgage lenders or apply online at firstfederalbanking.com.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Townhome Furnishings in Rochester is the place to shop for all of your furniture needs. Sofas, recliners, love seats, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, outdoor furniture, and more. All in your hometown. Stop out and see Don, Mary Kay, Linda, or Joe. They want to help you find the exact pieces to fit your needs. Shop online at townhomefurnishings.com.
Hometown service, down home style, Town Home Furnishings.
Over the past few years, RTC TV4 has produced over 1,800 local videos about you, your family, your friends, your neighbors. Now all of these videos are available at the click of a mouse on our website, rtc4.com. Log on today to see all of our great coverage of sporting events, school programs, public meetings, and more. RTC TV4 and rtc4.com. See for yourself. This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect. Over the past few years, RTC TV4 has produced over 1,800 local videos about you, your family, your friends, your neighbors. Now all of these videos are available at the click of a mouse on our website, rtc4.com. Log on today to see all of our great coverage of sporting events, school programs, public meetings, and more. RTC TV4 and rtc4.com. See for yourself. Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
Talk about the next 5 minutes after you score. Stone's taking a chance. The keeper's out. Look at this. Stone scores it from midfield.
Quick pitch to Deshaun Heckman, definitely being a major runner for the Vikings, and he's just going to show that speed. He's got one man to beat, and that'll be a great touchdown for the Viking.
For South Adams, and that is the game point. Serve goes out of bounds for Neal.
Heading into the second, most definitely. Eli for 3. He gets it.
Seconds gone in the third quarter. Rochester up 26-20. Taylor bringing it up the floor. Bounce pass to Chupchinski. Now tough to Eliason. Chupchinski thought about a 3, passes it up. Still looking to pass now, yet to use her dribble. Outside to Huffer. Huffer in the paint, travels, no call. In the corner to Pemberton. Pemberton fakes, drives, 18-footer, no good. Air ball, Kennedy grabs the board, gives to Ruff. Moe runs. Moe middle of the floor for Rochester. Now the right elbow. Behind the arc in the right wing. Now to the right baseline. Ruff, cross court to Brown. Macy with the basketball inside the three-point line. Bounce pass to Weathers. Now tip to Nile. Now to Brown. Macy drives and travels. Rochester will take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there. Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
Rochester up 26-20. After their 30-second timeout, it'll be Taylor basketball against the full court press. Huffer gets the inbounds pass, brings it up against Nile, picks up her dribble, now to Eliason. Eliason against Brown, brings it up the floor, back outside to Huffer, across the timeline to Chupchinski. Chupchinski against Musselman, 10 feet behind the three-point line, now to Bunsen. Bunsen against Ruff. Dribbles right, fakes the three, looks back door, and throws it out of bounds. I think if Pemberton keeps going back door, that's a wide open layup.
I agree with you. It was a good thought process, just the execution wasn't quite there.
Ruff against the trap, around to Brown. Macy with the basketball, gives to Weathers. Weathers right in front of the Rochester bench. Now to Brown. Macy inside the three-point line and travels.
Travels again.
6:10 to play in the third quarter. Rochester by 6. Huffer the basketball. One dribble to Eliason. No dribbles to Huffer. Across the timeline to Pemberton. Pemberton drives at the elbow. Kicks it outside to Chopchinski. Now to Huffer. Three, right wing. No good. Ruff. Musselman grabs the board. Ruff kept that one alive. Mo runs. Mo high on the left side. Dribbles to the right wing against the 2-3 zone. Gives to Brown behind the arc, about 10 feet on the left side. In the corner to Nile. Back to Macy, top to Morgan. Drives it right, goes to the block, goes to the basket. We're going to have a tie-up, and it's going to stay with Rochester.
Right now, Taylor packing the paint. Everybody is backed up against Musselman, and Rochester's not shooting well enough to have any kind of confidence to shoot from three-point range. They're still trying to pound it inside against 4 defenders.
Macy gets it into Weathers and throws it into double team. We're going to have another tie-up.
This time Rochester's going to lose it.
Well, the fortunate thing is Taylor hasn't scored yet this half.
No, you're right.
Rochester up by 6, 26-20. Chopchinski. Over the top to Eliason against Brown. Takes her right, thought about a three, passes up. Bunsinski over Ruff, no good. Kennedy with another rebound. Gives off to Morgan. Rochester runs up by 6. 5:15 to play in the third. Mo backs her way in, kicks it out to Musselman. 3, left wing, way off the mark. Heavens, Betsy, that was bad. Rebound to Taylor, but throws it out of bounds. So Maya Musselman back in, and Weathers to sit. 5:05 to play in the third quarter. Rochester up 26-20.
What Rochester desperately needs right now is another scorer.
Totally agree with that. Ruff drives it left. Going to be called for travel.
Well, so much for the 3 first half turnovers. Rochester now with 8. And we're not even halfway through the third quarter.
5 minutes to play in the third. Rochester by 6. Budzinski wide open 3, left wing. Short. Mo with a rebound and runs. Rochester middle of the floor for Rochester, for the Lady Zebras. Hesitates, now on the wing. Now works to the right corner. Mo with the basketball to Maya. Left side to Brown. Macy with the basketball. Stands behind the arc, top of the key, and gives off to Morgan. Morgan between the rings to Kennedy. Just inside the three-point line. Jumper's good! Kennedy has 19 to the 28, and Rochester up by 8. Baseball pass to Budzinski around Musselman, goes to the basket. Kennedy's, come on.
That'll be her second.
Come on, 44. Fouls on Musselman, her second. Team first for the half.
Butson that is, will go to the line to shoot 2. First one's no good.
At the line, 33, Butson. Checking in for
So
number 20.
Charlie Pocock comes back into the game, and Megan Niles sits down. 4:15 to play in the third quarter. Rochester by 8. Butson, second one. Nope. Rebound to Chopchinski. Cut off by Musselman in the block. Out to Pemberton, and she has her pass stolen by Ruff. Mo runs for Rochester. Mo, middle of the floor, hesitates around the defense and fouled going to the basket by Shane. It's going to be Rochester basketball out of bounds baseline right with 4:03 to play in the third quarter. Rochester by 8. Macy Brown baseline right. Looks to get it in. Macy studies. Into Mo in the corner. Morgan to Macy. The free throw line to Musselman. Her jumper on the way. Good again! Kennedy's got 21. Her career high is 20, and then we have a timeout for Taylor. It's a 30. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Slow download, constant buffering, Wi-Fi dead zone? Let RTC help. The customer support team at RTC Communications is here to help you with your internet connectivity.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, one of the support team members here at RTC. For a small fee, RTC offers a Wi-Fi health check where we will evaluate your in-home Wi-Fi network and assist you with common issues. See what RTC can do for you. Give us a call today.
.351 to play in the third quarter. Rochester out of their biggest lead of the night of 10. It's 30-20. And as bad as we've played in the third quarter, we have managed to keep Taylor off the scoreboard.
Yeah, you're right. They've only gotten to the free throw line once and missed both of those.
In the corner to Shane. 3 over Brown is good. And there goes the shutout. Yeah, for the second half. Brown to the basketball against the double team. Now to Ruff. Moe across to Pocock. She rises up on the block, dribbles away from trouble, gives outside to Ruff. Morgan, right side to Musselman. Maya, 18-footer, no good. And the rebound to Taylor. Butson picks up her dribble, gives to Eliason. In the corner to Shane, I believe. No, I don't know who that is actually. And the entry pass is knocked out of bounds by Kennedy Musselman. It'll stay with Taylor. Oh, that was Pemberton
in the corner.
Their coach is a big guy, and there's no way I'm going to see,
can't see behind him
to see Pemberton.
He makes an excellent door.
Butson baseline left. Gets it into Chopchinski. Looks in the lane to Shane. Nice job by Kennedy jumping the passing lane. Outside to Eliason. Butson, her jumper, no good. Kennedy grabs another board one-handed. Gives to Moe. Now to Ruff. Moe runs. Moe between the rings. Backs it out against the 2-3 zone. Moe works behind the arc on the right side. Taylor going to allow her to take that shot as actually now the 2-3 zone extends a little bit. Macy in the corner, right corner. Back to Ruff in the wing. Long three for the Lady Zebras. Good! That one looks smooth. Yeah. There was no extra effort. It was a nice looking shot. Rochester back up by 10.
Morgan's first field goal of the game.
Shane's three. Nope. Rebound to Ruff. And she hasn't knocked away from her. Picked up by Taylor. Outside to Chopchinski. Chopchinski over Brown. No good. And the rebound to Maya Musselman, who gives to Ruff. Rochester runs up by 10 with 2:15 to play in the third quarter. Ruff in the left wing. Backs it out. And then we'll bring it to the top of the key and we'll set up shop again. She'll get a pick from Kennedy. Works to the right wing. Now the right block. She traveled. Oh, no call on the travel. Wow. And she missed the layup. This cat right here in front of us is going to call the travel.
Yeah.
Shane. Jumper over Musselman. Kennedy, no good. Moe, another rebound. She's got to be approaching 15.
I got her for 11.
A minute 50 to play in the third quarter, and then the pass too tall for Kennedy, and it goes off her fingertips out of bounds.
Substitutions for Taylor. 22, Huffer, and a 40. Delgado.
So Rochester going to set up in the full court press.
Karina Peterson comes back in for Rochester, and Kennedy going to sit down. 33-23. Rochester by 10 with a minute 47 to play in the game in the third quarter. Varsity guys basketball coming up after this one. Rochester and Taylor. Rochester in full court press. Delgado to Pemberton. Pemberton has her pocket picked, picks it back up. Now ahead to Huffer. And then we're going to have a 10-second count by the ladies.
Wow.
Lady Zebras forced a 10-second count. Rochester going to get it back with 90 seconds to play in the third quarter. Brown will trigger it in at the timeline. She gets it into Ruff. Moe walks it up the floor. Crosses the timeline with a minute 30 to play in the third quarter, up by 10. Backdoor to Macy. Macy on the block. Wrap around pass to Peterson, now to Ruff in the left wing. Moe hesitates, drives, pushes off, backs it out behind the three-point line, out of Pocock. Back to Ruff. Down to minute 15 to play in the third. Ruff around the defense. Lob pass to Charlie Pocock. Layup is good!
Great look by Morgan Ruff as she drew the defense to her and found Pocock on the opposite block.
And then Peterson knocks the ball out of the hands of Pemberton out of bounds. It'll stay with Taylor right in front of the Rochester student body. Delgado will look to trigger it in. 65 seconds to play in the third. Rochester by 12. Bounce pass to Huffer. Huffer in the corner. Looks down low to Pemberton. Pemberton jumper is good.
That's her first bucket of the game.
57 seconds. Ruff hesitates, brings it across the timeline against Huffer with 52. Ruff on the wing. Dribbles to the top of the key with 45. Around the defense, gives to Brown, who gives back to Morgan. 40 seconds to go in the third. Rochester by 10. Moe drives it right hard. Goes all the way to the basket. Following jumper, no good, but a foul coming on Triton, and that's going to send Moe to the line to shoot 2.
That's going to be on Delgado, her second. Team second of the half.
35 seconds to play in the third quarter. Rochester by 10. Moe at the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Zebras.
Morgan was 7 in the game. She's 4 of 8 from the line.
I'm guessing that Moe is approaching a double-double in rebounds and assists.
Maybe, yeah. I've got her for 11 rebounds.
Moe made the first one. She'll have one more. Moe with one more. Second on the way is in and out, no good. And the rebound to Taylor. Ahead to a wide open Eliason, and she can't save her from going out of bounds. Rochester going to get it back. Rochester fortunate there because Eliason was cherry picking.
She was wide
Nobody
open.
was, yeah.
Just overthrew her a little bit.
Full court press now for Taylor. Macy lobs it in to
nobody.
Butson, and she has it stripped from behind by Peterson. Nice recovery by Karina Peterson, and Taylor going to keep possession baseline right. Oh, what? That last touch by Butson?
Yeah, they're going to change it.
Okay, so it's going to be Taylor basketball. So Huffer will look to get it in, baseline right, with 27 seconds to play in the third. Rochester by 11. Huffer looking to Eliason on the block, kicks it out to Butson. Down low to Eliason against Musselman. Jumper on the way is no good, but Maya's going to pick up a foul. And that's going to send Eliason back to the line to shoot 2 for Taylor with 21 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Eliason with just 1 point in the ball game from the free throw line.
Eliason's free throws too hard off the back of the rim. Kennedy will come back in, and Maya will come out. No JV game tonight for the girls. 21 seconds to play in the third. Eliason's second one, no good. Kennedy grabs another board, gives to Macy Brown with 17. Macy runs it up the floor across the timeline with 14. Against a double team in the corner to Pocock. Charlie one dribble to Moe with 10. Moe on the left wing with 9. Moe works to the top of the key with 7. Moe with 5. Behind the arc on the right wing with 3. Moe, 3 on the way, no good. Air ball, rebound to Taylor, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. After 3, Rochester leads 36-25. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. I'm Bill McSpadden, pastor at Liberty Baptist Church, and I invite you to come and learn more about God's gift of eternal life. If you have questions about your eternity, feel free to call us, or you can join us on RTC Channel 4 for our program on Sunday morning at 8 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. I hope you'll receive God's gift of eternal life. Have a Merry Christmas.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we can help you remodel your home, consolidate debt, or even provide some spending cash for you with our home equity line of credit.
Our standard home equity line of credit allows borrowers to draw funds for up to 10 years and comes with no closing costs for qualified customers.
Take advantage of this great opportunity. Contact one of our experienced mortgage lenders or apply online at firstfederalbanking.com.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Here we go, fourth and final quarter at Rochester High School. Lady Zebras own a 36-25 lead, and we'll start the fourth quarter with the basketball going to our right. Moe, Macy, Karina, Charlie, and Kennedy Musselman on the floor for Rochester. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Macy Brown lobs it into Moe. She crosses the timeline against Pemberton. Man-to-man defense for Taylor. I like this. Brown on the left wing. Macy holds above her head. Down low to Musselman. Kennedy backs away in and travels.
That's 11 turnovers now on Rochester.
In the game. 8 in the second half, yeah?
Yeah.
Ball comes up to Butson. Butson, cross lane pass is kicked out of bounds by Macy Brown. It'll stay with Taylor, baseline right with 20 seconds gone in the final quarter. We'll talk to Zebra head coach Rob Malco coming up here before the guys' game and Clint Guard, the wrestling coach, at halftime of the guys' game. Huffer to Pemberton. Oh, Pemberton got away with a walk outside to Delgado. Top to Eliason. She travels, no call. She traveled again, no call. Outside to Delgado. 3, right wing. Nope. Good block out for Peterson and grabs the board. And now to Moe. Moe works to the middle of the floor. Rochester by 11 with 7:15 to play in the basketball game. Ruff gets a screen from Musselman. Works to the right side of the floor. Still behind the arc. Over the top to Brown. Macy, 3, top of the key, no good. And the rebound to Eliason, now to Butson.
Quickly get it up the floor.
Yeah, Delgado was fouled hard by Brown.
Brown's going to pick up her second, team third.
Fouls on number 12 from the Zebras, Brown. It'll be her second, team third of the half.
So Delgado at the line to shoot 2 for Taylor. A minute gone in the fourth quarter. Rochester still by 11. And Delgado, a sophomore, at the line for 2. First one is short. What are their numbers from the line, Brad?
Not good. They were 2 of 8 after 3 quarters.
Hey, Val, you keep assists?
Yeah.
Is Morgan close to 10? Second one for Delgado is no good, and the rebound comes down to Peterson, who's pushed out of bounds, and it's going to go back to Taylor. Oh, jeez. 36-25, Rochester by 11 with 7 minutes to play in the game. Yeah, see, this cat here thought it was a push too. He was on the other end waiting for Rochester to bring it down the floor. Eliason, 3 over Musselman, left wing, off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound to put back, good, and a foul.
Well, those are the first points by Butson since the first quarter. She now has 12.
Fouls on 34.
Fouls on Peterson, her second.
Butson at the line to shoot 1 for Triton. We've got 6 on the floor. No, she can come back in. Yeah, 3 can come in. Lindsey Butson can come in.
Somebody has to go off. Yep. There you go.
Yes, you can only play with 5. Somebody's got to come off. McKee in for the first time this quarter, and Peterson to come out. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. A fuzz under 7 minutes to play in the game. Rochester by 9. Butson's free throw is good. The line drive goes in, and the 3-point play for Taylor is down to an 8-point lead in favor of Rochester. Brown, baseball pass, down the floor to Ruff. Ruff on the right side, goes to the basket, throws up a shot, good and foul! How about that pass by Macy Brown?
Ruff now with 10.
Coach Hooker, sign her up. Move Brady Perez to a receiver or a back. Moe at the line for 1. And the freebie falls off. Rochester by 10 at 38-28. Lob pass to Butson. Right side to Eliason. Long 3 over Musselman, no good. And the rebound offensively to Taylor, to Pemberton. Butson looking at a 3, passes it up. Eliason, thought about another 3, passed it up. Now to Huffer. Huffer around the defense. To Butson. Down low to Eliason, no good. And now we're going to have a foul on Taylor as Macy Brown grabbed the board. And I believe Huffer's going to pick up the personal foul.
That is on Huffer, her first.
Full court press by Taylor. Brown will look to get it in. Macy. Bounce pass into Moe in the corner. Yikes, get out of there. Over the top to Brown. Macy drives. Macy, bounce pass to Pocock. Back to Brown. Macy against the man-to-man defense. Goes to the right wing. Lob pass to McKee. McKee loses the handle. In the paint. Got to kick it out. Now she's got to get out of there. Musselman, 18-footer. Off the front of the rim, no good. And the rebound to Eliason. And Eliason has her pocket picked by Ruff. She's saved from going out of bounds. Macy Brown has it to McKee. Back to Ruff. Down low to Pocock, and we're going to have a foul on Butson.
Butson will pick up her second.
I'm not exactly sure what happened there. Well, I know that we're going to keep possession.
Ruff did a great job of tipping that ball away, then diving for it to keep it from going out of bounds. She gets it into Brown. Brown also had to dive for it to get possession.
Ruff fights for the loose ball. She has it. Dribbles away from trouble. Now backs it out and resets for Rochester with 5:45 to play in the game. Rochester by 10. Moe on the left wing.
Comes back to the middle, gets a double pick, works to the right wing now. Picks up her dribble, now to Brown. Macy dribbles to the right side a couple of times. Now Ruff down low to Musselman. Pass tipped away. Pocock has it. Now back to Ruff right in front of Coach Pfluger. Ruff in the baseline. Wrap around pass to McKee. Kinsey McKee fall away is no good. And Butson with the rebound for Taylor. And now to Huffer across the timeline right. In the corner to Butson. Her jumper is partially blocked. Brown with the rebound. It gives to Moe. 5:10 to play in the game. Woo! A lot of action, not a lot of points, but man, we have seen a lot of action this quarter.
Both teams getting up and down the floor pretty well, but neither team's shooting worth a darn.
Ruff will take it all the way to the basket. Leaner on the way, no good. McKee with the rebound, put back is good. Rochester by 12 at 40-28 with 4:45 to play in the game. Huffer outside to Pemberton. Pemberton thought about a three, passed it up. Now to Butson in the corner. To Butson, pass deflected down low by Musselman, picked up by Moe. Ahead to Pocock, knocked out of bounds by Taylor. It'll stay with Rochester baseline left as Chopchinski comes back in, and coming out is Lindsey Butson. Rochester with the basketball, baseline left, 4.5 to play in the game, up by 12. Brown, baseline left, look triggered in. Macy studies, gets it into wide open Pocock, her layup is good! Pemberton, and now we're going to have a Taylor timeout. It's a 60. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Townhome Furnishings in Rochester is the place to shop for all of your furniture needs. Sofas, recliners, love seats, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, outdoor furniture, and more. All in your hometown. Stop out and see Don, Mary Kay, Linda, or Joe. They want to help you find the exact pieces to fit your needs. Shop online at townhomefurnishings.com.
Hometown service, town home style, town home furnishings.
Over the past few years, RTC TV4 has produced over 1,800 local videos about you, your family, your friends, your neighbors. Now all of these videos are available at the click of a mouse on our website, rtc4.com. Log on today to see all of our great coverage of sporting events, school programs, public meetings, and more. RTC TV4 and rtc4.com. See for yourself.
So Taylor with the basketball after their timeout. Huffer across the timeline to Eliason. In the corner to Chopchinski. Against Musselman. Looks backdoor. Nice job by Ruff. Jumping the passing lane. Butson. Eliason against McKee. Dribbles it left. Goes to the basket. Left-handed layup. Nope. Kinsey with the rebound. Hands off to Moe. 4 minutes to play in the game. Rochester up 42-28. Walks it through the center circle and across the timeline. Now stays in the center circle and dribbles against the man-to-man defense. Gets a pick from Musselman, works to the right wing, right in front of Coach Pfluger. Feeds Kennedy. Layup no good, but a foul coming on Taylor. And Kennedy will go to the line looking to add to her 21 points. Never has she had 23.
22, that's on Huffer, her second. Team sixth.
She's 22?
She's got 21.
Yeah. So Kennedy at the line to shoot two with 3:45 to play in the game. Rochester up 42-28. Kennedy's first one, and she's not going to get to it this time. Peterson back into the game, and Pocock will come out. Kennedy with one more. Taylor is in, Rochester's in the bonus for the rest of the night. They have 16 fouls. Musselman's second free throw on the way. Good this time. Jenny Isbell comes back in for Rochester, and Basie Brown will get a rest. 3:45 to play in the game. 43-28 Rochester, and Taylor with the basketball. Eliason comes up the floor with the basketball for Taylor. In the corner to Butson. She loses the handle on the baseline. Out to Eliason against McKee. Top to Pemberton. Drives it left. Behind the arc. Long three over McKee. Short. Musselman to the rebound. Hands off to Moe. 3.5 to play in the game. Rochester at 43-28. Moe gets a screen from Musselman twice. Around the screen on the left wing. Now to Peterson behind the arc. Karina dribbles a couple of times to her right to the baseline. Cut off by the defense. Now out to Ruff. Moe Dribbles back to the right corner. Lob pass to McKee. Loses it out of bounds. It'll go back to Taylor.
Not a good pass
Tough
by
angle.
Ruff. Well, and McKee's triple team. She's got 2 in front and 1 behind. Where are you going to throw the ball?
Yeah. 43-28, Rochester. Eliason at the right elbow to Butson. 3 over Peterson. Nope. Long rebound to Isbell, who gives to Ruff. Under 3 to play in the game. Rochester up 43-28. Moe walks it up the floor, crosses the timeline against Pemberton in the man-to-man defense. Bounce pass to Peterson, right in front of Coach Pfluger. Drives it right and travels.
Yep, she missed Ruff cutting through the lane.
You know, we need to start perfecting this a little bit because our January schedule is brutal.
Yeah, exactly.
2:45 to play in the game. 43-28. Eliason for 3 is good.
3 for Eliason.
Ruff will bring it up. Going to have a little half-court trap action. Nope, just crosses the timeline against Huffer. Backs it out to the timeline. Now drives it left. Separates. The count stops. Now the count is applied. Gets a pick from Musselman.
Yep, we're going to have an offensive push on Ruff. Just gave an elbow.
Musselman's going to be called for an illegal screen.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one coming.
That's awful.
So that's 3 on her.
2:20 to play in the game.
I saw the elbow from Ruff. I just assumed that's what they were calling.
Tupchinski, right side to Huffer. Top to Eliason. Eliason against McKee. Takes her to the right elbow. Now to the paint. McKee strips her of the ball, and Peterson picks up the loose ball. And that'll send Karina to the other end to shoot 1 in the bonus.
Eliason picks up her 3rd.
2:04 to play in the game. Rochester up 43-31. And at the free throw line is Karina Peterson for 1 and the bonus.
She's looking for her first points of the game.
Again, Emma was out tonight because she was sick. Hopefully she is back for the 28th. Peterson's free throw, no good. McKee with a rebound. Ball loose on the floor. It's going to be kicked out of bounds by McKee. It'll go back to Taylor. 2 minutes to play in the game. Rochester by 12 at 43-31. Pemberton runs for the Titans around the defense. Pemberton, top of the key, high on the right side to Huffer, down the corner to Tupchinski against Musselman. Tupchinski in the paint, goes to the basket. Jumper on the way is good off the glass. What? 1:40 to play in the game. Rochester by 10. Moe brings it up the floor against Pemberton. Now accelerates around the defense. Goes to the right elbow extended. Lob pass to McKee. Kinsey in the paint, and she travels.
Come on.
90 seconds to play in the game. Rochester by 10. Pemberton runs for Taylor. Huffer. Tupchinski. Thought about a 3. Passes it up to Pemberton. Pemberton, right wing. Gives to Eliason. She'll take a 3 straight away. Good again. Timeout, Taylor. It's a 60. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff of Peterson, Wagner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagner.com. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, personal property, and outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice data and video connectivity for the 21st century. Online at rtc1.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com.
With 3 timeouts, Taylor with 2.
A couple of 3s from Eliason here in this 4th quarter has cut that lead from 12 down to 7.
I think somebody took the foot off the gas.
Uh-huh.
If I were to guess. Megan Nile in the game here for Rochester. It's Rochester basketball. Nile will look to get it in. 1:21 to play in the game. Nile looking to get it in. Does so to Moe in the corner. Morgan around the defense, and she's going to be fouled by Eliason, and Moe will go to the other end to shoot 1 in the bonus.
That's 4 on Eliason.
Big free throws coming for Rochester. Rochester's biggest lead, I believe, has been 13 in this basketball game. It's now down to 7. 13 in this quarter, by the way. Mo with one in the bonus. First one for the senior. Nope. The rebound to Taylor.
Free throws have not been friendly to anybody today.
I agree with that. Chopchinsky quickly to Eliason. Butson for 3, left wing. In and out, no good. Kennedy grabs the board, hands off to Morgan. 65 seconds to play in the game. I would think that Taylor's going to start fouling here shortly. And Coach Pfluger will take a 60. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Over the past few years, RTC TV4 has produced over 1,800 local videos about you, your family, your friends, your neighbors. Now all of these videos are available at the click of a mouse on our website, rtc4.com. Log on today to see all of our great coverage of sporting events, school programs, public meetings, and more. RTC TV4 and rtc4.com. See for yourself. Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Rochester up 43-36. After the Rochester timeout, they'll have the basketball going to our right as Megan Nile will look to trigger it in right in front of the scorer's table. To Musselman. Kennedy backs her way in. Throws up a tough shot. She's going to be fouled on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Both girls laying flat on the floor. I believe it's that Butson laying down. Yep.
Yeah.
Kennedy's still on the floor. She's not bleeding. That's good. Get up. Get up. Get up. Let's go shoot free throws.
So Butson gets the foul. That's her 3rd.
So Musselman will be at the line to shoot 2. Come on. Come on. Oh, is she coming out of the game? No. You're shooting free throws.
I don't think she knows where she's at.
Checking in.
All right, so Macy's going to shoot free throws.
Number 12, Brown. She'll shoot the free throws.
56 seconds to play in the game. Rochester by 7. Macy Brown comes in for Kennedy Musselman, who's asking somebody to answer the phones. First one for Macy Brown is good.
Brown's first free throw of the game. That's pretty good coming in on cold off the bench. Yeah.
Second one for Macy is short, and Matt Shively with the rebound. Maddie dribbles out of trouble, now to Mo. Good for her. Now to 50 seconds. 44-36, and now we're going to have a foul away from the basket, well, near the timeline by Pemberton, and Mo will go to the line to shoot 2 shots with 48 seconds to play in the game.
Ruff with 10 in the basketball game. She has struggled from the free throw line today.
Mo's first one's good.
Substitution for Taylor, number 1, Shane.
Second one for Mo's good again. That might be the first time tonight we hit both free throws.
Yeah.
Rochester by 10.
It is.
45 to play. Ball loose. Ball still loose. Picked up by Ruff. Ruff brings it up the floor with 37. And now you heard Coach Oliver say don't foul, and then there's the foul on Shane.
Fouls on number 1, Shane.
So Mo will go back to the line to shoot 2 as Rochester back up by 10 with 35.9 to play in the game. Mo's first one, yep. One more for Ruff, looking to push this back to a 12-point lead. Second one for the senior, good again. 48-36, 32 seconds. Shane in the corner, travels, no call. On the wing, throws it away. Ruff fighting for it. We're gonna they're gonna say last touch by Rochester is a deflection. As Huffer then loses it off the leg of Ruff and out of bounds. It'll stay with Taylor at the timeline with 23.4 to play in the game. Rochester by 12. Taylor with the basketball. Outside to Huffer with 15. Long three for Huffer is near the timeline. Shot no good. And the rebound is to Peterson. Gives to Niall with 10. Wraparound pass to Ruff with 7, and she doesn't even have to bring it up. Rochester going to run their mark to 11-4 with a 48-36 win tonight here at home. Post-game show coming up next. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.